Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, back with your college football primetime three-pack for this week. The three biggest national TV games, the three top 25 matchups in college football for this week. And this covers 2 days, both Friday and Saturday. I've got some Friday games and also Saturday games. So whether you're joining us early or late this week, stay tuned. I'm going to give you my power ratings and where the line value is for the three biggest college football games on Friday and Saturday this week on national TV. Just a quick reminder, though, if you want my official best bets, the strongest games on the board, the games I am personally using, the same ones that are going out to my direct clients, check out my personal page at WagerTalk.com right now. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com for my personal best bets with detailed analysis. Let's look at a Big 12 matchup on Friday afternoon, noon Eastern on ABC between Iowa State and Texas. Currently, Texas is about a 1.5-point home favorite. I think the line's a little short, though. I actually make the line in this game, Texas -3. Good coach, a good underdog coach against a bad favorite coach. Now, Texas is a slight favorite here, so that doesn't apply. But Tom Herman's been great as an underdog. We all know that. And the fact that he's laying 3 or less here, I basically put that in the straight-up win situation. So I think the angle still works. And this Texas team is quietly having a really good season. They might be just 5-2 straight up, 2-4 against the spread. But they've played a tough schedule of opponents. They lose to Oklahoma in a shootout a month ago, a 2-point loss against TCU. Meanwhile, they go to Oklahoma State, win a tough game there, beat a good West Virginia team, and they come in here with 20 days off. And I think that's something that's flying a bit under the radar. Now, they could be a little flat, but I think they're going to be extra focused, well prepared. Meanwhile, Iowa State comes in here on a short week. They had to play last Saturday. Now they're playing an early Friday kickoff, whereas Texas has the 3 weeks off. So not only does the scheduling situation set up well here for the Longhorns, but once again, the line value is there as well. Currently, I make the line 3. Current point spread is just 1.5. So even though it's only a 1.5-point difference, 3 is such a key number. There is line value right now on the Texas Longhorns, and that's an early game once again on Friday afternoon. Big battle in the ACC on Friday afternoon at 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Undefeated Notre Dame fighting for a national title against North Carolina. 8-0 Irish, 6-2 Tar Heels. But this is a dangerous spot for Notre Dame as they come into this game undefeated. This is their biggest test remaining until the playoffs or the postseason begins. They have Syracuse and Wake Forest on deck. Had they not gotten the bye week, this could have been a really dangerous spot. But Notre Dame really fortunate they had a bye last week as they got by Boston College by 2 touchdowns. That, of course, followed that huge double overtime win against Clemson, which put them in this undefeated position. And they benefit from the bye last week. But I still think this is a dangerous spot. And more importantly, I think the line is too high. My power ratings make Notre Dame just a 1-point favorite here on the road. Currently, the point spreads are 4.5 to 5-point range. So we're getting about 3.5 to 4 points of line value with North Carolina as a strong offensive underdog, and they've got plenty of backdoor cover potential if needed. They average 43 points a game, 7.7 yards per play, 10.5 yards per pass. Every time North Carolina throws the ball, on average, they get a first down this season. 10.5 yards per pass. Notre Dame only averages about 8 yards per pass. So this is actually the better offensive team getting points here at home. And once again, the line does look a little too high. My power ratings make Notre Dame only a 1-point favorite. Current market price is -5. So it does look like there's some line value on the Tar Heels on Friday afternoon. Huge game on Saturday afternoon in the SEC between Alabama and Auburn. This is the biggest point spread favorite in over a decade for Alabama in this rivalry series. Even though Auburn has won at least 3 of those past 10 meetings, this is the biggest favorite that Alabama has been in recent years, but for good reason, as they are just crushing people right now, including Kentucky last week. They beat them 63-3. They beat Mississippi State 41-0 before that. They won their last 2 games combined 104-3 in the SEC. Now, obviously, this is a step up in class. Current point spread went from 24 to 24.5, but it's still not high enough. My power ratings favor Alabama by 27 in this game. Now, 24.5, there's not a big difference between that and 27. 25, 26 are dead numbers, obviously. But if you can find 24 or less still, I do think there's some line value with Alabama on this one. And they have plenty of motivation to win this game big. You know, normally if this was the 10th or 11th game of the season, you could say maybe they're fatigued. They just want to get out of there with a win. They don't need to win by 4 touchdowns or more. But this is not the case. This is only the 8th game of the season for Alabama, and it's only the 2nd game they've played in nearly a month. Keep in mind, both Auburn and Alabama got that double bye because of COVID and other scheduling issues in the beginning of November. So this is only the 2nd game for Alabama since Halloween, back on October 31st. And for that reason, they're extremely fresh. They only have a game at Arkansas on deck. So I think there's no reason they take their foot off the gas here, and they can win this game by a big margin. And once again, the line is a little short. Even with that line move up to 24.5, my power ratings make it 27. It'd be Alabama or pass for me, this big one on Saturday afternoon on CBS. Don't forget my strongest best bets this week in college football and pro football available right now on my page at WagerTalk.com. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com for my strongest personal best bets for this weekend. Best of luck as always. I'll be back with more information each and every week here on WagerTalk TV.